Hello, we are live. Welcome. Happy Friday. How is everyone doing? I am so excited to be here. Apparently, at least until further notice, the angels want to do live Friday angel messages and activation. So I hope you guys are okay with that. Usually I have, as you know, if you've been following my channel for a little while, I usually release a video, kind of like angel message, spiritual teaching, whatever, something on Fridays. That's my day to put stuff out here on my channel. And then Wednesdays is the podcast. And the last couple weeks, the angels have just been like, no, we're going to do it live. So I don't know. Last week when we did Archangel Metatron, it was so powerful and so amazing. And it kind of had a similar vibe this week where a couple of days ago, I kept feeling Archangel Uriel coming forward. Like I just felt his presence. I felt like he was there. And it was a similar feeling where it was like, I want to come on the live stream. Like I want to be featured on the live stream kind of a thing, So I don't know. I'm just going with the flow of it. We'll see what happens next week. Next week, maybe there'll be a different live, or maybe I'll be guided to pre-record. Who knows? I'm just going with the flow. Okay, guys. So thanks for being along on the ride with me. But as you're tuning in, say hello. And if you're watching me on the replay, then welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. Hello, everyone joining. Yay, Marina, Hugo. So good to see all of you guys. Walter. Oh my gosh. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy last Friday of July. Oh my goodness. How is it already the end of July? This is actually insane. So insane. Oh my gosh. Allison. And Monarch Graphic Design, I forget what your name is. Let me know your name so I can call you by your name. But Monkey, Allison, yay. We are here. We are live. Yes, 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 yes. Oh yeah, Michelle. Okay, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Jim is here. Okay, amazing. Amazing. So yeah, so if you hadn't seen the last video, which you can go check out afterwards, we did a message and activation from Archangel Metatron, who was coming forward the previous week. And yeah, it was really cool because in that video, it's just like he started to bring through energy and activation, all that. And so I feel a similar vibe coming forward right now. So as I've mentioned, Archangel Uriel is the one who is coming forward for this week. So we're going to start and we're going to tune in and bring through his energy and see what he has for all of us, for the collective, how he is supporting us. And then at the end, I'm also going to share something really exciting and special for those of you who are on this path on your purpose and your journey and really wanting to bring your gifts and your light into the world in a tangible way. Okay, so as soon as I am right now tuning into Archangel Uriel, I feel like he's coming in. He's standing directly in front of you. So if you want to tune in, I encouraged this last week too, where I was like, as I'm speaking, feel free to tune in however feels right for you. If you want to close your eyes or if you're just like listening or whatever, just tuning in, receive this message in whatever way feels best for you and trust in how you're intuitively guided to receive this message. But I feel as though Archangel Uriel is standing directly in front of you. So imagine that he's directly in front of you and like he's holding this big ball of light in his hands. It almost feels like he's holding like a mini version of the sun in a way. It feels like there's like this glowing ball of energy and that there's rays of light coming out of this energy that you are receiving. So if he's standing in front of you and he's holding that ball of light, that the rays are going towards you. So I want you to take a moment to just feel these rays washing over you. Feel yourself receiving these rays, and these rays feel like very powerful healing rays, like healing energy is what I'm seeing. And I want you to notice where the rays are going in your body, because it feels like for some of you, it might be going directly into your heart space. For some of you, it might be going up into like your throat chakra or your third eye chakra, more around your head. And for others, it might be going into lower chakras. So just noticing where it's going right now. It might be going to different places too, but I want you to just notice where the energy is being focused for you in your body. and to receive these healing rays of light that Archangel Uriel is bringing to you. And he's showing me how, as the rays of light are being received and brought into whatever space within your body, how it's beginning to transmute and transform the energy there. Because as it hits that spot, it feels like the energy starts to swirl around, like it's swirling and like it's moving stagnant energy, it's moving whatever heavier, dense energy has been held there. It's just moving. It's creating movement within your body. And so I want you to feel that that energy is moving and that frequency is shifting and that there is space that's being created. And what he's saying is it's a space that's being created to hold more light and to hold more truth. And so as that space is created through the swirling and the releasing and feeling how in whatever spot in your body, whether it's in your heart or your solar plexus or your shoulder or your head or wherever else, I want you to feel how there's a space that's created, this spaciousness that has been created. And now Archangel Uriel is bringing down this energy from the divine. It's this pure light, this pure love that's coming in and filling up that space. So I want you to feel as though that energy is coming in and washing into that space, coming in, filling it up, like it's filling up your cup. Imagine as though there's that space that's there and the cup is being filled. It's being filled with this energy. It's being filled with this light. It's being filled with this divine frequency of love, this pure, unconditional love. And what Archangel Uriel is saying is that this is a reminder to you that in this connection with the divine, that you are whole, that you are of this love, that you are connected to this love, that this love is a part of you and that it's always accessible to you. And that sometimes there's moments, because we are human, where we must be reminded of that love and be reminded of that connection, but that deep connection is there and it's available to you. And so in this moment right now, as you receive this in whatever part of your body, wherever it is that you are meant to receive it today, allow yourself to really fully acknowledge how deeply loved you are, how deeply safe you are, how deeply honored you are. Like the divine honors you because you are on this journey. You are here on behalf of the divine. It's like we all chose to come here on behalf of the divine to be expressions of that light and of that love. And when we're here in this human form, we forget, and then we, take on denser energies and we hold stagnant energy and all these things that are happening where we then create this sense of stuckness or like we can't move forward or whatever it is. But here, this energy, this cleansing is shifting that. It's bringing you back. It's almost like bringing you back into the light and the truth of who you are. And so just taking a few moments here to really acknowledge how that energy and how that frequency is received in your body and what it might represent to you, what it might mean to you, what it is potentially opening up for you, and just allowing that energy to be there, to be present, to move. And then as that's happening, what I'm seeing Archangel Uriel doing now, he's still standing in front of you, but now it's like he's placing his hands, like almost like he's creating this like column of energy of a light. And I see it as this yellow energy that he's creating, like this just up and down, kind of like moving like this. And what he's doing is that he's creating this like, it feels like a channel or like a portal of energy, a portal of light to help continue to move, create this movement. That's what he keeps bringing through, this energy of movement. Like, let's move the energy and move forward and not stay in that whatever stuckness, but help the energy move. And so what he's also saying, and with his support that's coming in to guide you over the next few days, over the next week or so, is that he's bringing in this energy and that movement type of energy. He's asking you to lean into him anytime over the next several days where you notice that pattern of like stuckness or that pattern of being stagnant coming up, where, because for our human, that's almost like our default, like, oh, like, let me just kind of come here and like, this is, I'll just be in this same old looping energy, like that same old pattern, the same old looping, the same old whatever. And so that's the thing that Archangel Uriel is kind of breaking through for you, bringing a breakthrough for you, is to help you move out of that. And by doing so, he's asking you to lean into him when you notice yourself back in the looping energy, back in the pattern, back in the stagnant, back in the stuckness feeling. Let me lean into him, and with his guidance, ask for energy to be moved. That's the key, is that it's energy being moved. Allow this energy to move through me, to flush it out, to move through me. And in that, the divine guidance and the divine inspiration is going to lead you to where you need to go. But it's what's important is, number one, that you're noticing that energy. You're noticing, okay, right now there's that stagnant feeling again, or the stuckness, or whatever the thing is that keeps coming up, the same looping pattern. Okay, I'm noticing it. Archangel Uriel, please come forward. Please help to move this energy. You're leaning into him. You're seeing, where is this energy coming through? How is it moving through your body? Where is it moving through your body? Same thing as what I just guided you through. Okay. And the replay will be up. So if you want to kind of do that practice at the beginning, you absolutely can. But you're going to just feel how he brings through that energy, helps move it. And then from there, as you shift into energy is moving through me, then you're going to just intuitively lean in and feel into, okay, where is this energy moving me into next? So there's movement. That, I mean, obviously, as you are listening to me talk about this message, all I keep hearing is movement. Like movement. There's this movement forward. There's what is wanting to move through you. How are you being guided to move? What energy needs to move, So that is a thing that is going to be important for us to focus on this upcoming week. And you can also think of it from the perspective of like, you can put it on in all the different ways. So for example, like physically, okay, am I being guided to physically move in some way? Do I need to go out for a walk? Do I need to move my body in some way? That kind of a thing. Then think of it as emotionally, like, what emotions need to move through me? What is the emotional energy that's moving through me right now? In that sense. Mentally, what beliefs are moving through me? What limiting beliefs are moving out of me? Like in that sense. And then spiritually, how is spirit guiding me to move today? How am I being moved by the divine? What is creating a sense of desire and peace and joy and love through me in my spiritual connection, in how I'm spiritually led? So in all these different ways, you can ask that, kind of like that theme of, how is it moving through me? How is it moving? How am I being guided to move? So that is Archangel Uriel's message and the powerful activation that he is bringing through for us for this week. So all those kind of like journaling prompts and questions that I shared is going to be powerful for you to allow yourself to take advantage of this energy that we are in right now. It's a very potent time. It's a very potent energy. And like I said, it's very tempting for our human to want to stay in this like little bubble and like, I don't want to do anything. Like, screw this. Like, I don't want to do this. I'm tired. Like, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. Like, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. So this is where calling on Archangel Uriel will help to really like bring through that momentum energy that will help you to move and to help you to lean into energy moving through you as well. So, and then I just want to remind you that it's not always necessarily like we physically have to move and do stuff. Usually at first it starts with what spiritually and energetically wants to move through me. And then that leads you and guides you into actual, actions that you take, decisions that you make, things like that. Okay. Okay. So let me know how that felt for you. Let me know what's coming up for you as I've shared this message. I'm not doing personal channeling right now. So that's for a different time, or inside of the Angels Guild, we do personal channeling where I actually share an angelic message. This is a collective message. So take what resonates for you, Flying Snow, from that. And that's going to help support you in knowing what's next for you. Okay, let me see. We have Michelle here. Hello, 111. Yes, I saw 1111 too. As we were like my little thing. I don't know if you guys see the time of the recording, but I can see it on my end, and I saw when it was 1111, and I was like, yes, 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 yes. The angels are here. Hi, Cora from Colorado. Happy Friday to you. I received the Moving Forward Oracle card yesterday. What? That's amazing. Yes. I forget who's the angel that's with that card. That would be crazy if it was Archangel Uriel. Do you remember? Let me know. I don't remember who was the angel associated with that card. Yay, you're so welcome, Michelle. Thank you, Archangel Uriel and Cristina, for bringing this divine timing message. Needed to hear this. Yay, I'm so glad. Hi, Allison. Okay, Dawn. Okay, gotcha. Jeremiah. Okay. Well, I'm so glad that Jeremiah's supporting us. That's so awesome. I love it. Hi, Violet. These retrogrades are killer. One chaotic event after another keeps happening, like a tornado that won't stop. How can we get through these retrogrades without giving up? That's a great question. And I feel like when it comes to retrogrades, it's interesting because I find that for some reason, and I don't know what the factor is, but I find that like different people are affected differently by all the different retrogrades. So for example, I remember one retrograde a few months back where I was like, oh my gosh, like, is anyone else feeling this? But then, and then other retrogrades, I was kind of like, whatever, like, I don't know, it's all good kind of a thing. And so I feel like when the retrograde is, really showing up for you in your life, then it's actually leaning in to what is coming forward. Oftentimes retrogrades are very much like this introspective, reflective energy. They kind of support the reflection and reassessment and all those kinds of things, so whatever is coming up with regards to, like this, like what you said, like the chaotic events or whatever, then it's looking at, okay, what is it, like leaning into more so what is it bringing up within me. So for example, if a chaotic thing is bringing up within you a sense of anxiety or like lack of peace or whatever, that kind of a thing, then it's an invitation for you to deepen into your sense of power and come back to your power, so that's the like reflection point that I would say with regards to that it's helping you to reflect on whatever's coming up within you so that you can experience a deeper level of healing. And then at the end of the day, I feel like retrogrades really help us to anchor into whatever comes up for us during that period. We get to anchor in more deeply to into whatever that thing was for us. So for example, in this case, empowerment, so I hope that helps. And then at the end of the day, I think the last thing that I want to share, what you said without giving up, is that at the end of the day, it's looking at retrogrades as supportive. Like it's all supporting us, even if it's in a way that is not necessarily how we would choose, but that it's all guiding us and supporting us to become more empowered and to lean into our true potential and to discover more about our potential. Okay, let me see. Yay, thank you to my spiritual team and shout out to Archangel Uriel for everything. I love that, Allison. Yes. I love it. Always love your messages. Love that you're always helps me feel more confident in my decisions when I'm stuck. Yay, Sage. I love that. Okay, so I love this. And if you're watching me on the replay, by the way, then share below what's come up for you, how you are feeling, what this experience with Archangel Uriel was like for you. Post it in the comments below. Now, the other thing that I wanted to just share here with you all and let you know, I feel like right now, the other thing that's coming up, and I know that we just entered into Leo season, and just like, the energies, retrogrades, like all the things. There's always the energy is always, there's always movement that is happening on an energetic level. And if you think of it cosmically too, right? Like the planets are moving, the moon is shifting, the earth is moving, like everything is constantly like moving and supporting and guiding us in some way or another. And one of the things that I've been seeing and feeling on a deep level, because as you probably know by now, if you've been following me for a while, and if you haven't, if you're just finding me now or just joining in now and you're new to all this, welcome, first and foremost. I've been doing this work for over 8 years now. I started this business with Angelic channeling and healing and teaching about angels at the beginning of 2017. January 2017 is when I started. And over the years, the biggest thing that has always led me and guided me on my journey, especially as I show up online and create these videos and content and courses and all that, is being in tune with what the angels are bringing forward, and to be able to then also share that with you all. That's why I do these weekly angel messages and like, sharing their guidance and all the things, because I feel like when we can be tuned in spiritually and connected in that way, it really helps support and guide us on our individual journeys, whatever might be coming up for us. Obviously, we're all walking a different path, but whatever is coming up for us individually, there's often collective themes and collective kind of patterns that show up for people, or like themes in terms of what we're being called to step into. And so the theme that I'm seeing right now, the theme that has been so prominent right now, is this awakening and this expansion when it comes to your soul's expression and when it comes to how you desire to show up in the world. I know that for many people, it starts off with this curiosity in terms of like, what is my bigger purpose and what am I here to do? And eventually at some point it's a realization, like, I know that I'm here to bring something forward or to do something, create my own business, to share things in a certain way, to bring forward my art or my music, or these gifts that maybe you're still discovering, but there's something more. I know that for me, that's how it felt, where I was like, I know that this corporate science job that I'm in right now, okay, I have a background in science. I have a Bachelor of Science in biochemistry, okay? That's where my brain was all in that field once upon a time, several years ago. and so there was a point in my journey where I was like, I know that there is so much more to what I'm here to do. And I didn't know exactly what it was. I knew that I wanted to create freedom in my life and create freedom in terms of how I structured my day, like having to wake up and go to work and be at work for 8 hours and then come home. Like that whole cycle was killing me. Like, I'm telling you, I was just like, I can't do this. This is not I need spaciousness in my day. I need freedom. I need to, I don't want, whatever these rules and corporate structures and having to report to a boss. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. And so over the years prior to when things started to happen and unfold for me, I would pray and I'd say, you know what, God, angels, universe, however you would have me show up, and however, whatever my soul's purpose is, I'm ready to step into it. I'm ready to be guided into it. I know that I'm here for a bigger reason, and show me how to show up today. Show me who I'm meant to be. Show me how this is meant to unfold. And eventually, one thing led to another, and I was led onto this path. I was led onto this path of channeling the angels and showing up in this spiritual mentorship type of way, and as a channel and as a guide and all the things. And I know that not everyone's path is exactly like that. No one's path is exactly like that. Everyone has their own individual calling and how they're meant to show up. But I do truly believe that in this day and age, with the internet and social media and how everything is so accessible, I do believe that for many people, they do have a calling to show up and to share their truth and to share their message in a way that is accessible and in a way where they can be their true self. It's like an outlet. It's a way for them to be able to bring forward their creativity. And from that, actually creating a business. And to me, to be in your full expression and to create services or products out of that expression, to then be able to make an impact in people's lives and to then be able to fulfill your soul's calling and mission, like that is the dream. Like that is the biggest, like most amazing thing. And I know that for some people in their head is like, how is that even possible? Like that seems crazy. That seems so wild. Like how could you possibly make a living out of doing, XYZ or maybe whatever you might have in your mind? But it's possible. And the reason why is because through the online world, you are able to reach so many people. You have a worldwide audience. You have billions of people that can find you and that can resonate with your message. And so to me, we're reaching a time point in our journey, and I've talked about this for years, how old paradigm is crumbling and falling apart and the new paradigm is rising. And I truly believe that if you identify as a healer, as a light worker, as someone who is here to make an impact in some shape or form, as someone who is here to support people or help people or bring through something in whatever way, that you are here to lead the new paradigm. And one thing that I want to make clear is that we do not have to wait. In fact, I don't believe that we're supposed to wait for the old paradigm to crumble in order for the new paradigm to come forward. I believe that's happening at the same time. I believe that the old paradigm is like crumbling away. I was going to say slowly, but like seems like it's happening more rapidly now, and that the new paradigm is also building up. And so while this is happening, this is why so many of you are starting to really feel this pull and this call into, what am I here to do? What's my bigger purpose? What's my next step? How am I meant to grow this business? Maybe you've already started a business and you want to take it to the next level, or maybe you're thinking about it. Maybe you're trying to figure out your exit plan out of your corporate career. Wherever you are on this journey, what I want you to know is that if you feel that calling, if you feel that sense of like, there's something more for me, it's because there is. Okay. It's because there is. And that's the first thing. That's the most important thing that we have to believe in. You have to believe that there actually is something more for you. And that belief, I feel, has been one of the most crucial foundational pieces that has allowed me way back then. It started in like, that feeling though, actually, let me rewind a little bit. It started in 2012. I'll be honest. Like that feeling of like, there's something more for me started in 2012 and started to grow slowly over time and became really loud in like 2015, 16. And then I was just like, okay, like end of 2016. That's when, I was on my spiritual journey, behind the scenes back then. And so then it kind of came through in this way. And what I'll say is that when you follow that, even if you don't know what it's going to look like I had no idea what this angelic healing, what I'm doing, like I didn't know what it was going to look like. I had no clue, but I just knew that it felt right in my heart. And so I started to follow it, and I started off with expressing myself online. And then that is what led to, building the business and like creating programs and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera along the way. And over the years, of course, I've refined my process. It's become really like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Someone said it once. And one of my students in one of my courses was like, you have like what's it called? Well-oiled machine. Like everything's running so smoothly, like from entry to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, and how everything flows and unfolds and whatever. And like your emails and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, because it's taken me years to like learn along the way and to put things into place and find all the right tools and stuff to make it happen. But all that to say is that I feel like right now with where we're at, things are happening faster and happening in a way where once you jump in and you're like, okay, yes, this is my calling. This is what I'm here to do. Even if I don't see the full picture, I don't know yet exactly all the things, I know that this is where I'm meant to start. I know that I'm meant to explore what my truth is and explore my purpose and explore and really dive deep into that to then birth it into the world, like literally bring it out into the world. If you start there, I promise you that you will be guided. I promise you that the divine will show you what the next step is, but you have to start in this exploration of like, what is it? And really practicing bringing your truth out into the world. And so, because of that, and because of sensing and knowing and feeling that this is what people need and this is what people are seeking and looking for, I've developed a 6-month program called In Service. For those of you who feel that calling to be of service to the world, and you know that you have gifts to share, and you know that you are here for a bigger purpose and a bigger reason, even if you don't know what exactly it is yet. If you like, the only requirement to be a part of this that I would say is that you feel in your heart that you are here for a bigger purpose and a bigger reason, a bigger mission, and you have a sense that it's most likely something that you're meant to create, meaning that your purpose isn't something that you're like, well, my purpose is this, and so I need to go find a company or a job that like aligns with that bigger purpose. You know what I mean? Like if you feel that your purpose is more like, I'm meant to work for an organization or do something, in a company or whatever, then like I would say the in-service program isn't necessarily for you in that sense, because the in-service program takes you from that, like, we'll like I'll just compare it to like literally like conception, like conception to the growth to like actually birthing, we'll just compare it to it's not obviously not the same, but like from the whole thing, creating a baby and birthing it into the world. Okay, very similar in the sense of how you're first really diving into the like going within and really understanding what your soul is here to do, the remembrance of your soul, the power of your soul, the calling within from the divine within your heart, within your being, and really bringing it forward. And then from there, beginning to develop the messaging and the connection and the awareness of, okay, I'm here as an expression, I'm here as a vessel of light for the divine to bring through this energy, to bring through this light into the world. And then we go step by step. Okay, how am I meant to do this? Let's explore the different ways, the different pieces, the different aspects, the different avenues that resonate most with you. It's not going to be the same for each person. With my work, if you've ever taken any of my courses, especially, when it comes to the healer program, this is a great example. The healer program is my angelic healing certification. And the thing that I always emphasize is I'm teaching you the framework and I'm teaching you the skills and the tools. But then the bigger thing is understanding how your unique way is meant to bring through angelic energy healing or angelic presence and connection into the world through your unique lens. And so the same thing with the in-service program. I'm not teaching you necessarily, I'm showing you a framework of how you can bring through whatever your soul-led purpose and mission is, but it's not about putting you into a cookie cutter and being like, this is how to create a business that looks exactly like mine. Okay. I'm going to teach you, I'm going to show you behind the scenes. I'm going to show you everything that I do, everything in terms of how I run my business. And so if that's something that's been inspirational to you, then you can definitely use that to inspire you in terms of how it's meant to come through for you. But what I know for sure is that we are in this creator economy right now where you, as a creator, if you show up as a content creator, as someone who's bringing forward messages and truths and creating whatever it is, whether it's a product or a service or anything else, then you are going to thrive. Part of this old paradigm to new paradigm shift is, old paradigm is go and like just kind of like do this certain job and do this certain thing and repeat it over and over again. Creator economy is, what am I creating? What ideas do I have? What expressions are coming through me? What is the divine showing me? What is my vision for certain group of people or however meant to show up and serve? Like, what is my vision for them and how can I bring that forward? You know what I mean? And so that is the beauty of this program is that it guides you through all of that step by step. It's taking my experience over the last 8+ years, and it's also combining the divine guidance. And so the way that this program is structured is that it's all self-study. Okay. So it's very flexible for you in your journey, meaning that if you are currently working a full-time job, you can watch these videos later at night or first thing in the morning, depending on whether you're an early bird or a night owl. You can listen to them on your lunch break. If you are taking care of children, when they're napping or when they're busy doing whatever activity, you can tune into the videos and to the content. So it's one of those things where, whatever your responsibilities are, whatever you're busy with life with, we're all busy with life in some shape or form. But what I'm doing is I'm making this super accessible for you. The reason why I built my business so quickly, like from the moment I started, January 2017, November 2017, I forget exactly the day, it was right at the beginning of November, I went full time in my business. That was 10 months of doing both and this being like a side hustle. But what I did, the reason why is because I'll be honest, like I woke up earlier to do my spiritual practice, and then whatever I wanted to prepare, like sometimes I would write posts first thing in the morning before I had to go to work. I would work on it during my lunch break. Sometimes I'd be working it during like work. I'll be honest, like in the office, things were slow. I'll just like write a quick post or like check in on Facebook or whatever. I'd come home after work and I would do Facebook lives in the afternoons, or like evening when I was home from work. So I was spending those hours when I could building my business and putting it all together so that, 10 months later, which when you think of it, it's really not that long, even though in my head, when I was in it, I was like, this is taking forever. Why am I not full-time in my business yet? But anyways, so all that to say that it's possible for you, no matter how busy your life is. If you feel this pull and you feel this call and you feel the sense of like, I am here for something more, I'm ready to do something more with my truth, with my work, with my life, then this is what's you have to start somewhere. And so this gives you the foundation and the space and the accountability to keep on track. And that's the thing. Like, so it's self-study, but it's also on a schedule. So I'm not giving you everything all at once. It's over time. So the first module is going to be released next Friday on August 1st. And then bi-weekly from there, you're going to go through each module. Each module contains a number of lessons, different number per module, but let's say 3 to 5 lessons. And each one dives into something specific. And then you have 2 weeks to work on it, to really master it, to really integrate it, and to really get into whatever that specific module is about. And then you move on to the next module, and then we go into that, and then et cetera, until you go through all 12 modules, which takes you through 6 months. And the whole journey, like I said, is from the conception all the way to the birthing, all the way to understanding how to show up in the world as the creator, as the leader, as the paradigm shifter, as the light worker, as the healer that you desire to be, that you know that you're meant to be, that energy that is in your heart. And so I'm going to post the link to this in the chat so you can go check it out. Go check out all the details in terms of the breakdown of the modules. One thing that I'll share, I'm not going to share the whole breakdown. You can read it on the website. But one of the things that I'm super excited is that one of the modules, it's kind of like a bonus additional module that I'm including as part of the thing, is how to create your own Oracle card deck. Because when I created my Oracle card deck, I got so many questions about it. It was a whole journey and I've learned so much. So I'm going to share with you, if that's something that's on your heart too, to create Oracle cards or something in that sense, maybe it's affirmation cards, maybe it's something else, but some sort of product, then I'm going to teach you that. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm showing you how to create services. I'm showing you how to create products. I'm showing you the whole thing, how to sell, how to express your truth, how to show up online. It's everything and everything that if you are someone who has been craving like a freedom lifestyle, like freedom based, to be able to make your own schedule, to be able to show up however you want, to be able to really create something that's aligned with you, aligned with your being. And we talk about that in this course of how it's so important to create a business model that actually aligns with your being, with your soul. Like I am someone who needs spaciousness in my schedule. I can't have a full day from like 9 to 5 full of calls. I can't do that. The most calls I have in a day is like 3, maybe, if I even have 3, because that's just I've learned this about myself. I don't like it. I don't like having a day full of calls. I need spaciousness in my week. I need spaciousness in my day. I don't do calls on Mondays and Tuesdays, although I was recently thinking maybe I shift that to Friday. Mondays and Fridays, no calls. But anyways, 2 days a week, I don't do calls at all. No calls at all. 3 days a week only is when I'm doing calls, when I'm filming, doing this like really like outward facing stuff. The rest of the time, it's other things, and it's because that's what works for me, but it might be something different for you, But the whole point is that you're not just learning the strategies and the techniques, but you're learning what works for you and what's most aligned to you. The other thing that people sometimes ask me is, well, do I have to be good at like channeling? Like, what if I'm not really channeling the angels, or like I don't hear them very well or whatever? That's besides the point, because what you're going to learn to really lean into is your intuition. And through your intuition, that's how angels show up. That's how angels speak. And you're going to develop it in your own way through this program. It's going to be an indirect way that you're also developing your spiritual connection. The other thing that I'm including inside of this course is the activations and things that you need to really align yourself spiritually. So aside from the actual like more technical, practical things, like this is how to, do this part in terms of your business, in terms of your work, etc. I'm also doing the spiritual side of it too, right alongside. I believe that in this day and age, soul-led leaders, soul-led businesses, it's really about how you integrate your spirituality with the practical side. So it's really blending both. It's the best of both worlds. You can't just be all fully in one. Like you can't just all fully only be on the spiritual thing, and you can't just all fully be in like the masculine, like, practical, logical thing. It's the blend of both. And so if you've really been enjoying these, activations and how I'm bringing through frequency and energy through how angels are coming in and what they're guiding you through, what they're supporting you through. If you listen to the Call to Serve, which was my free series, that was like so potent, so powerful. So it's that type of stuff that's going to activate. It's going to help bring through this remembrance of who you are, of your purpose, of your power, of your gifts. And then I'm also teaching you the practical side of things. Okay. So it is the best of both worlds when it comes to this work. And so anyways, it's all laid out there. You have that. And like I said, it's starting next week. And now for a limited time, it's a discounted rate. This is a really great example, actually. I was originally planning that this program was discounted until today. Like today was going to be the last day for early bird, and then we were going to move on to full price. And something like the angels kept showing me, like, leave the price, leave it as it is, leave it as it is. It's 1,111, by the way, for the full 6-month thing. And you can break it down to 6 monthly payments, which comes out to only 186, by the way. But I kept seeing like the 11111, and I was like, okay, like you want me to leave it as that. And so here's the thing, right? On a logical level, I'm going to teach you a mini class right now on business. Logically, when you're launching something, when you're launching a program, launching a course, usually you have some sort of incentive, whether it's doors are closing or whether it's prices changing, whatever, right? And so logically, it's like, okay, price is changing on this day, and whatever, that's an incentive to join in and that sort of a thing. But intuitively, spiritually, angels said no, like this, do it like this is the way, leave the price as this. And so I'm leaning into that. I'm trusting that. And here we go. The price is extended to that same 1,111, 1111 until next week. And the angels, that's just what the angels are guided us to do. And so that's what we're doing. And so that's the kind of work that I'm talking about when it comes to your business and your growth, where you are following certain strategies or certain ways of doing things, but then you're also flexible and you're leaning into how you are being guided by the divine. That's the way that you're going to show up in the most aligned way, in the most empowered way, to lead others, to guide others, to bring through your soul's work, and to then be able to create a business that fully supports your life and the way that you want to live, and where you want to live, if you want to live somewhere else or whatever it is. For me, my business is what truly created that freedom in my life, where I was able to travel, where I was able to move. I was no longer dependent on a location to for my work. Like, I literally could live anywhere that I wanted. And so I picked Southern California because I just loved it here, and that's where my soul led me. And so I truly believe that in this day and age, again, like, our businesses are really a huge way in which we're meant to live fully in our potential, including our environments, where we live, and the type of life that we live, that not only elevates us, but that helps us to show up more fully so that we can make an even bigger impact in the world. And so if you are someone who's on this journey, who knows that you're here to make an impact, you know that you're here for this bigger purpose and this bigger calling, then I invite you to join me inside of In Service, because that's the guidance, that's the accountability, that's the space where you're really going to be growing in this powerful and potential way. Okay, so In Service is there, limited time, special pricing, but it's extended till next week. And then the first module is dropping August 1st, which is next Friday. Okay. Let me catch up on the comments, because I think you guys were asking questions. Let me see. I'm curious why hasn't all the mediums and channelers gone together with divine help to change this financial situation for many star seeds, light seeds? That's a good question. And I would say that from my experience and just awareness of all that, it's individual journeys, meaning that if the divine could just come in and be like, okay, it's not like the divine is doing that to us, you know what I mean? Or like creating this like a harder financial financial hardships or situations for people, but it's really about the deep level of healing and empowerment that star seeds and light workers and all that they must walk in order to be stewards of abundance and stewards of wealth. And so it's completely shifting your frequency around that. I believe that, especially when it comes to money specifically, and like earning for your services or your work and things like that, that for one, a lot of people carry ancestral energy around that, ancestral wounds and scarcity and all of that they're meant to transcend, meaning that, again, like, the divine isn't going to take your power away. It actually supports us to become even more empowered so that we can actually be very grounded and anchored in who we are as stewards of wealth. Okay. And so I believe that that's a huge and powerful conversation. I have a whole module dedicated to that inside of In Service. But I do truly believe that there's a lot of work around that, but it's not because the divine is withholding in some way. It's just part of our journey in this lifetime to transcend that. You know what I mean? So I hope that helps and makes sense. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Violet's saying, I'm really enjoying your new podcast. Yay! Thank you. Okay, what is retrogrades? Retrograde is when a planet, it's like look from I forget exactly the definition, but it's not that the planet is actually moving backwards, but it's something about how from our point of view it looks like it's moving backwards. So there's certain periods of time, like sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's 2 weeks, sometimes it's like several months when a certain planet, so this is talking about like for example right now I think it's Mercury retrograde, or we're about to step into Mercury retrograde or whatever, but like the planet Mercury looks like it's going backwards. And so because planetary movement affects energy everywhere, and it's obviously especially for us on Earth, when a planet is in retrograde, meaning like it looks like it's moving backwards, it has certain significance, certain meaning um, for people and for us and what it brings up. So whatever Mercury is connected to as a planet, and those of you who are in astrology, maybe you can explain it better, but each planet is associated with certain focuses or energies or whatever. And so when it's retrograde, it like tends to bring that stuff up. Like I think Mercury is usually like communication is one of the things, right? Like usually they say when Mercury is in retrograde, you might have technology issues, you might have communication issues or whatever. So things like that. Okay. Let me see. I feel like we're taught we have to do the 9 to 5 better learning. It's okay not to believe that anymore. Yeah, exactly. That's part of the old paradigm that's crumbling away. How it's like, yeah, old paradigm was like, you go to school, you get a degree, you get an education, you go find a 9 to 5 job, get a good job, and like live or work that job until retirement. And then when you're retired, then go enjoy your life, kind of a thing, right? Um, but it's not meant to be like that. Like we're meant to live our life. It's meant to be a full wholeness thing where my work fuels my life and my life fuels my work. You know what I mean? So it's like how I'm living is directly influencing my business, and then my business is directly influencing how I'm living. So there's no like line. Before it was like, okay, I'm at my job Monday to Friday, and then I live my life for on Saturday and Sunday, and then like back to that. And it was like this divide, right? Like weekend is this, Monday to Friday is this. But now it's just like it's all blends in. It's all together. It's all meant to be, one and the same, so to speak. And it also gives you that flexibility. Like sometimes I'm not working in the day, but then at night after my kids go to bed, I'm like, I'm going to do something, I'm going to do some work because I feel the energy in that moment. So it's really living in a much more intuitive way, much more soul aligned way, much more creative way to really bring to life your creativity and really know yourself on this deep, deep level. I truly believe that entrepreneurship and having your own business is the next level in terms of like getting to know yourself in some ways. I'm not saying that's for everybody because I don't think that entrepreneurship is for everyone, to be honest. But for those who feel called to it, it really is going to support you knowing who you truly are and your soul potential. It's a way through which it's a way through which that energy can be fully expressed. Okay. Let me see. Does God talk to us directly, or is it only through angels? I feel that God can talk to us directly. We just released the podcast episode on Wednesday where we had Neil Donald Walsh on the podcast, who is the author of Conversations with God. And he has another book called God Talk that was published, I think, 2023, more recently anyways. And he talks a lot about that. And so, yeah, God talks to us directly and through the angels. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out that podcast episode if you haven't seen it yet. Okay. Amazing. Yay, you're so welcome. Crazy today. I thought of Archangel Uriel and this video appeared. Yes. Did you just get here? Because you'll definitely have to catch the replay. I channeled his message and activation at the beginning of this video. That's why I never have seen myself retiring. Yes, exactly, Dawn. Oh my gosh. I know. Because it's just like, it's meant to be just your life, right? It's just like your life. Like it's just an integrated wholeness. Like everything is connected together. That was a great podcast. Oh, thank you, Hugo. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. It was such an amazing conversation. So, anyways, okay. That is the video for today. All of the things. I'm actually about to go and do another live stream inside of the Divine Pathfinders community. So I hope that you are there in that space. I guess I might as well just drop the link here for you too to come join us, because we are going to do a community announcement in there. So that is starting right now in 4 minutes to be exact, at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you're hanging out, if you're here, if you want to come continue and enjoy and be a part of this space or part of the community, then go to the link that I just dropped in the chat. Come and join us live over there. We have a really special announcement. Yeah, Neil seems as such a sweet and kind man. He is so sweet. Oh my gosh, he is so sweet. He's so awesome. He was so cool with just like really being, I don't know, just like his energy instantly just like calms you, and just instantly is just like, you're so like, oh my gosh, I just want to talk to you, keep talking to you, you know? And he's also has like a funny sense of humor too. Like he said things to us beforehand to just like really, I don't know, like break the ice kind of thing. Just beautiful sense of humor, very sweet, very kind. Yeah, it was a dream. So anyways, okay, in service, link is there. If you're interested, if this is calling to you, come and join us. It's going to be powerful. It's also in the description below this video. I'll also put it in the pinned comment. And then if you're watching me live right now, I'm inviting you into our community announcement. The link is also in the chat. And then if you're watching me on the replay, then hopefully you come and join us on the replay. Okay, have an amazing rest of your day. I'm sending you so much love and angel blessings, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.